Do you ever procrastinate? Do you ever think to yourself, I want to get shit done, but you wound up doing other things, browsing on social media and getting distracted, right? You're pretty much procrastinating. Well, in this short video, I'm going to end your procrastination. I'm not actually going to end it for you, but I'm going to do it with you. And how we're going to do that is by going at it in a very different way than you've seen on other YouTube videos from other people. You've not heard this stuff before, right? Okay, in this short video, I'm going to share with you exactly why you are first of all doing this behavior. What is the root source? And it's going to be abundantly clear for you why you're doing this. Maybe at this point you still don't really understand. I want to do this stuff, but I can't. It's just like I'm pulling myself back. I'm going to share with you why. Then I'm going to show you how to shift this dynamic that's causing you to do this and pretty much apply it in any area of your life, right? Because you might be coming onto this video, right? And this is going to be the start of my explanation to you. You might be coming onto this video thinking like, I am a procrastinator, right? I am lazy. You might not be. I mean, some of you might be coming in with that assumption, with that presumption, right? But if you really think about it, that's total bull, right? Nobody can be a procrastinator. Because let me ask you this question, just in case you came into this video with that assumption about yourself, okay? Are there areas of your life where you do not procrastinate? Are there areas of your life where you are just in a flow, working, no problem, right? I'm sure there are. Maybe it's sports for you that goes easily. Maybe it's a different type of work. Maybe it's being creative, right? Writing and something like that. And maybe you are just procrastinating in things that you think that you have to do, right? Or your work or whatever. So first of all, I'm gonna shift that belief of yours, because that's all it is. It's a belief that's been instilled in you over the years that you are a procrastinator because you haven't gotten the stuff done that you had to get done from your teachers or your parents or whatever that is, right? So first of all, you are behaving in a procrastinating way in some areas of your life, okay? That's all it is. And a behavior is something that you can unlearn. Because the only thing we learned once we were babies is to cry to get food. We even unlearned that, right? And the fear of, heights and the fear of loud noises, right? So you can unlearn any other behavior. And right now, as I promised you, I'm gonna show you what the reason is that you are procrastinating. So I want you to imagine your brain as pretty much like a weighing scale, okay? A scale that weighs out certain things to decide if you're gonna do something, okay? And there's pretty much two things that it weighs out at all times, okay? And I'm gonna share this with you now, okay? And this thing guides your life. This literally controls every decision you make, okay? And it is literally what you associate pain to and what you associate pleasure to on a subconscious level, in your gut, in your nervous system. And it is very simple. When you have a certain task to do and you associate more pleasure to it than pain, it's gonna be easy. You're not gonna actually have any trouble doing it. You're not gonna procrastinate. But when in your gut you associate more pain to it, so say this would be up here, this bar, you're gonna have some trouble, you're gonna procrastinate, right? You're gonna avoid it. So basically the reason you procrastinate, it's because in that moment you associate more pain to getting that thing, to doing that thing that you've been putting off, than pleasure to getting it done, okay? That is it. That is it, okay? So we can go a layer deeper on that, and whilst I'm getting, hot as hell up in here, thought to, put on the fire as a little nice image for you. But, if we go a layer deeper, what really creates this pain and pleasure? Well, it really goes into what you associate pain and pleasure to, right? So it really matters what you value in your life, right? What needs you value and what needs are being met. The reason you're procrastinating is because you're associating more pain to doing that thing than pleasure, right? So if you want to shift this, I'm just going to give you a quick way for the people that want a quick video and a quick fix. Okay, so if you want to right now shift that for yourself, right? If you want to shift these bars, it's like a game, if you want to shift the pain bar or decrease the pain bar and increase the pleasure bar, it's very simple. You can ask yourself a couple questions. This thing that you've been putting off, maybe it's shooting some videos, maybe it's, making cold calls, whatever. You can actually think to yourself, what would happen all the positive things. If I would get this done right now, okay? And you just lay it out there. So you increase the pleasure bar, right? And you're gonna get motivated, you're gonna get associated to this pleasure towards this action, okay? And all the benefits that you're gonna gain by doing this, you're gonna list it out, right? And then you're also gonna list out all the negative things that are gonna happen if you push this off, if you do not do this right now, okay? How you're gonna feel, the stress that you're gonna have. Because at the end of the day, in all honesty guys, it is actually so much easier to just do the thing that you told yourself you were gonna do, to just do what your intent, to just follow your intentions, right? That is so much easier than procrastinating, okay? I can give you an example. Say that you're out and about and you see a pretty girl, and it's very simple. You have two options here. Either number A, you go and you make up a million gazillion stories in your head or about why you cannot just go up and talk to her, about what the things that you first need. You first need to get her on social media, you first need to be in a good situation, you need to do fucking hair, whatever, right? It's crazy. And it's gonna cost you so much mental capacity, right? So many rationalizations, so many stories. And your brain, they actually measured this like chess players, they actually burn thousands of calories in one sitting. So it's crazy, right? How much energy your brain actually takes up. And you're just rationalizing and making all these mental stories about why you cannot do it, right? Which is actually way more energy consuming than actually just doing the thing. But fear is what holds you back mostly, right? And fear is obviously associated to pain for most people. So the other way B, is simply when you see her, when you have that intention, when the intention comes up in your head, to right away just walk up in a straight line, as straight as it can be, from A to B. You walk up to her and you say, "Hi, my name is Boyd, what's up?" Or whatever. And that is just a very simple way, and you actually exert so much less energy because you just do it. Same when you are about to step into a cold shower, right? You can just either step in it or you can take 10 minutes having mental stories and then don't do it, feel like shit about yourself, start your day off on a shitty momentum, right? So it's very simple, okay? But for most people, common sense is not really common practice, right? Some people say under my videos, it's kind of common sense what you're saying. You know, common sense is not really common practice, okay? So this is pretty much common sense if you really think about it. So this pain and pleasure, okay, you can shift it like that quick way that I just told you, and you can realize that you can just go for it and that actually is gonna, be much easier for you. But how does it really come about that you associate more pain and pleasure to things, right? It really depends upon your value and belief system, right? If you value certain things, if you value love, for example, or you value like excitement, adventure, these types of things, then you're gonna associate pleasure to things that have that, and that's the values that you really want, moving towards values, and then you also have values that you wanna move away from, right? And this might sound a bit cliche, like, oh, your values, etc., but it's really important. It really, really guides your life, right? So you're moving away from values is what you associate a lot of pain to, right? So give you an example. Say that you're any sort of service-based business and you are starting out and you're making cold calls, right? And this is something that you're really, really procrastinating on. But you can ask yourself the question, okay, what is it that I'm really mostly trying to avoid? What feeling am I mostly trying to avoid, right? And that feeling you associate a lot of pain to, obviously. So it might for you be rejection, right? Rejection might hurt really bad for you. And if you really dig down further, you can actually see that the reason that you think rejection is so painful is because you don't have a good enough self-esteem, right? You don't think you are enough truly from your core. You don't love yourself enough, and that's why someone else's opinion shatters you when you get it, right? That's why you're trying to avoid it so much, okay? And in all honesty, this is one of the things that I really know to the core because I really experienced this myself. Just being fully transparent. It's something that you're gonna have to work on, or just get a coach that'll really help you, and also finding out these pain pleasure things and helping shift that procrastinating behavior is very effective with a coach, because you have someone outside of your perspective looking into you and being able to figure out your blind spots. Because if you really think about it, this whole little pain pleasure thing that I told you about, it's really cool, right? And it's really cool to just, oh, I don't want to do cold calls. Oh, I'm just gonna think about everything that I'm gonna get once I get it done, and that'll help. But if you really actually take the time to go deeper and another layer deeper, like, okay, what am I trying to avoid? What feeling? Okay, rejection. why do I associate so much pain to that? Why is that so bad for me? Okay, what is beneath that? And then you really come to the core of something that in your psychology is not on point, that's holding you back in your business life massively. Like think about your relationships, think about your social life. If you have that belief in yourself, you're never going to be able to talk to anyone, right? You're never going to be able to truly be with someone high level because you're always going to need that validation, which high level people might not give you off the start, right? So, really translates into every area.